Hello and welcome to the preparation for Modern. We get a shitty opening hand and we want the die roll, so we will mulligan that and we will keep this. I have no clue if this guy is gonna be a decent player. We'll find out soon enough, and with a decent player I mean his deck. If it isn't, I'll put it in the subscription and you can easily skip this video if you don't want to see me beating or losing against an irrelevant deck. He plays a Mountain Goblin Guide, so it is a relevant deck, I guess. So we lose two. So life is important here. So we'll pass the turn, get to see a free card, then cast Lightning Bolt on the Goblin Guides, then cast Lingering Souls. But this is gonna be a pretty tough matchup, so he does have Teetering Peaks. We reveal Lightning Bolt and then play Lightning Bolt. The other one was from... So he gets a Grim Lava Monster, which is fine. So we'll fetch here. View library, get a Plains. Play Lingering Souls, get a token. 1/1 flying. And we'll immediately kill the Lavamancer, just because. And then end my turn. So it is looking good so far. He hasn't used many cards, and we're already low on cards. He plays a Vexing Devil, which I will let resolve. I mean, I can keep the fort with the tokens for a while. And then next turn I can actually... Yeah, that's fine. I can take two Vexing Devils. I can take it on, baby! They do 4 damage. Do. Another 8-year-old humor. It is questionable what to do here, though. No, it isn't. So we get 3/4 Tarmogoyf. 3/4, 4/5 even. So yeah, that's pretty easy what to do with it. Now put this into play tapped and attack for 2. It's 2. Exalted. And my turn. 4/5 Tarmogoyf obviously trumps the Vexing Devils. He could easily have a Path of Exile or something, but I haven't seen anything like this. And else, if he uses a burn spell on this together with a Vexing Devil, it's a 1-for-1 trade. So 2-for-1 trade. So we'll block, just refuse to take damage. It seems that he's a creature-based mono red, so our sideboard is gonna have a bunch of extras. Yeah, it's just mono red, so mono red. So that should be a better matchup for us than anything else. I have no clue why he fetched her, by the way. So he does indeed have like the stuff for it. Yeah, I already figured it out, don't worry. Suspense Revolt, okay. Yeah, we are drawing like a god. We attack for 2. Main phase 2, we play Tarmogoyf and we flashback Lingering Souls because it will become a 4/5 anyway with his Revolt. We go down to 8, so I assume he has something here. Like triple burn kills me. Oh yeah, that's fine. So I take 1. Don't think this card is good in the format. And the Lavamancer, yeah. That's not gonna do much. I mean, obviously the Lavamancer is fine, but it's not gonna be the end all. So play that right, attack with a token, which steals 2. Then end our turn, and then that right will take over if he doesn't get rid of it. Tarmogoyf can become a 4 if he removes the sorcery. So we go down to 4. This is an instant. Oh, it's another sorcery, so Tarmogoyf is still 4/5. Yeah, he kills the death right, which is correct, I think. But he has to remove 2 cards. Don't be a cheater. Yeah, he's removing the wrong cards. I mean, he should. So I don't consider this a relevant matchup, by the way. Just so you know, especially seeing that he just removed the wrong cards and everything. I am as good as that next turn, so I need to find something like a lightning helix. Instead, we don't. We'll attack with a single token still does the same amount of damage, so that's fine. We could also have attacked with the Tarmogoyf, but then he's just gonna block with the Marauders because that's not gonna do anything extra. It's only to a player, right? Yeah, to target player. So maybe he doesn't have anything. We'll attack with a token and the Tarmogoyf. End our turn, and then end of turn he's gonna Lavamancer me. I'm gonna Lightning Bolt the Lavamancer. And go down to 1. And now he either has to have a burn or lose. Okay, so we'll go to game 2. He did have the burn, and I actually sideboard removed everything I ever had for those kind of decks. But he is creature based, so I am gonna basically just sideboard in the bunch of removal that I have. And this should be a decent setup. Remans could be fine. Lingering Souls. I think putting on a fast clock with Geist is actually more important. Obviously the Molten Rains and the Sowing Salts aren't gonna do anything. Someone is messaging me, so... Oh, so... we play first, and... This is an interesting hand. We can't actually do much with it because of it being a Scalding Tarn and then a Mountain. So I'll mulligan it. And this is better just because this gets a plane, this gets Stomping Ground. Yeah. Fuel Library gets plane, play Step Links, and a turn. So we're hitting for 4, and we could use it as blocker as well. He casts a useless Teetering Peak, and that's an interesting draw. So what do we want to do here? Do we want to play the Tarmogoyf? I don't think so. But do we want to play the Geist? I don't think so either. The problem with Tarmogoyf is that it dies to a lot. But what do we want to get with this then? It's an Arid Mesa, so we can get... we should have gotten Temple Garden with this, I guess. Because now we're stuck with this and we can get Hallowed Fountain. Yeah, I think I will do that, so... Fuel Library. This seems really odd, by the way, but I think the only way to win against a deck like this is being aggressive, which I am at this point. And then with the Geist next turn, he can either have removal for the Step Links, and if he does, it's probably gonna be Searing Blade, so it's gonna deal 3 to me, but it's gonna take up his entire turn. What creature can he have? Oh, that's fine. It's not gonna do much. So we can go Scalding turn. Scalding turn attack. See if he blocks. If it doesn't, I'm gonna fetch. So yeah, I'm gonna fetch. And we get a Stomping Ground. We go down to 15 ourselves, but we do get a Geist in play. And he has no cards at this point to use Lava Monster for, so... And then next turn we can cast his 1-2 Tarmogoyf, the nuts. We can pet and then play the 1-2 Tarmogoyf, of course. Do we want to give him the land though? So he has a Keldor Marauders. This is gonna do me 1 damage. Or Leaves play, so... yeah, obviously we untap, sorry. That's a decent draw, by the way. So we pet to exile this. I take a damage. And we attack for an insane amount. Removed from game, please. So we're attacking for 8. He can't block the token. So it's 8, 2, 2, and 4. So he conceded, yeah. I think that it was a really good hand for us. And he obviously was stuck at 1 land there for 1 turn, but was Teetering Peak, so maybe it was a greedy keep on his part. And but that's why I say I don't consider this to be a relevant matchup. I'm just playing this out because it's friendly towards your opponent and it is some good practice, but most of the time when you play against a mono red player, it just plays itself. And he actually lost the connection to the game. I'll wait, he might reconnect, by the way. So he hasn't actually left, he just lost the connection. But most mono red players aren't that great players. And it just isn't a great deck either. Yeah, he restored connection, so he did come back. I almost stopped recording, and we get another bad hand again. This is better. We can get Stomping Grounds into Deathrite Shaman. If he kills it, then we play Tarmogoyf. And if he has turn 1 guide, I'm basically screwed. He just has turn 1. It's still a good card, of course, but it just has turn 1 something else. This is tough. I think we do it with the Arid Mesa. So view library, get what was it? Temple Garden? No, Stomping Ground. Yeah, and we'll play that right and our turn here. I mean, it can easily be killed because with Grim Lava Monster, but it's a risky if you take. Yeah. Yeah, he said I was at 17. Yeah, he said last time. It's just arranging things to pick up the deck tonight. It doesn't seem to have time at another point, so I have to do it now. He plays Teetering Peak, so if he attacks him, obviously not blocking, it's a 3-1, so it does deal 3 damage. But you know, we do have a Deathrite Shaman here, which most of the time is good. So let's just say remove land, play Tarmogoyf, and then play a second Deathrite and end our turn. This is just a 1-2, but it is still a 1-2. And with that right shamans, we should be able to keep his graveyard empty and gain us some life sometime, sometime doing some damage. We have Tribal Flames as removal and Snapcaster to flash it back. So this looking good at this point, despite him having 5 cards in hand. As soon as we kill the Lavamancer, we can gain life from it. So we'll go up to 16, and having 2 Deathrights is really good. He does get a Kill the Marauders here, so we'll take 1. We'll end our turn, draw. And we do draw Stapling, so this is interesting. I think we Tribal Flames this, fetch. Okay, so Tribal Flames this. We take 1. This becomes a 3/4, so we'll attack with it. And then we'll end our turn. I mean, we have more options, but if he ever taps out with the thing on the stack, we can remove the Kill the Marauders. Yeah, I should have done them on my own turn. Because now I'm allowing him to cast something and cast something in response. Yeah, it was an error on my part. I forgot he only had 1 mana open. So Lavamancer here now is active. It costs some mana, of course. My origination was, if I try to remove it, he casts something in response and then removes it and I don't gain life, which he can now do, but obviously anything he would have cast last turn would have cost him the mana, so he couldn't use the Lavamancer anyway. We'll see what he does. He has 4 cards in hand. We'll probably untap and do it on our own turn. I mean, Deathright Shamans are really good, by the way. So he does get a Goblin Guide, that's fine. We'll reveal a land, so that comes into our hand, and we'll lose 2 life. So he ends his turn, we untap, we draw, we play Staplings, put this into play tapped, and attack for 3. Then this is questionable. I think we end our turn here. Then when he goes to cast something, we try to remove it then. Obviously the Staplings holds back the Goblin Guide for now. We still have Snapcaster into Tribal Flames on something, maybe on him. So what do we want to get with this? Just a Volcanic? Yeah. I call it a Volcanic because of Legacy. It's obviously a Steam event. So what happens if we target this? This becomes a 2/3. Lavamancer is a really annoying card to deal with, especially if you just have Deathright Shamans. But every creature that dies anywhere, so it goes to attack. Okay. We'll target Marauders. So he deals 3 to me, and I don't gain a life because of Skullcrack. We then sacrifice this, go down to 6, fewer library, which, as we said, gets us a Steam event. We then block like this, I think. Obviously reveal, get a Catacombs because of the Goblin Guide. Block like this, so this dies and this dies. And now my Tarmogoyf is a 4/5, so Um, Untap, draw, Hellspark. We gain 2. We play a land, and we play a noble. And then we end our turn. Because at this point, we are looking good. I mean, he only has 2 cards. Yes, he does have Grim Lava Monster to eventually get rid of that right. Oh wait, I can't cast a noble there. Sorry. Obviously, you can't cast noble with like. So I put the wrong card in play. Can't cast noble here from Godless Shrine. So we do have 3 Godless, 3 dead rights, which is pretty sick. I'll get a Temple Garden with this. I think we want to gain the life. Yeah, I think it's too risky to instantly use it. So he drew his card. Yeah, he just isn't using the phases, I guess. So he has another land. It is a fetch land, so we can use Lava Monster here. With 2 cards in hand, I have no clue what can win him this. Obviously, Skullcrack is really good against the dead rights. He goes to attackers, will reveal a Tarmogoyf, will go to blockers. It's a part of the cost, right? Yeah. Well, this isn't. So this now has some damage on it. So then this becomes a 3/4 and it dies. That's correct. Whoops. Obviously I drew the Tarmogoyf there. Yeah, excellently drew a card. This is the issue with this is that you have these kind of errors or moments when stuff like this happens. So he has Volcanic Fallout. It's like really good here. I have no clue why he even plays that. So another disturbance by an annoying person. So yeah, I already took damage. No, I didn't. I didn't know that. So we'll play Noble here. Attack for 5. He's dead next turn. So he either has it here or he doesn't. We have the Noble to block the guide anyway, so that doesn't matter. So he has to have something that does 4 damage. You can always block the Tarmogoyf. That's a possibility. Yeah, he doesn't, so we'll block like this. And yeah, We showed the tribal flames. Obviously, we had Snapcaster anyway. It says GG, so it's probably over. Yeah, I already drew a card as well extra, so pretty irrelevant matchup. We did draw 3 Deathright Shamans, but he had Volcanic Fallout sideboards in for some odd reason. But hey, even without sideboard against burn, we still win, right? Well, it's not really burn, it's red creature base, so see you for the next one.